going on? What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Listen, uh, we're getting closer. All right, we're getting closer. Brighton is on the horizon. Brighton is next on the chopping block when it comes to Manchester United. Brighton is our next target. All right, is a next hump that we need to get through to prove a point when it comes to Manchester United revolution. But you know what? We're going to talk about all that. But today, man, today, Manchester United Academy talent J.J. Gabriel was involved in first team training, all right, at age of 15 years old. He even took part in an 11v11 training match. All right, this is a huge achievement for the youngster who is seen as a key part of the club's long-term project. All right, JJ Gabriel, that's what's up. What's going on, Tony? Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're well. Hope you are well, man. Happy Thursday, brother Tony. Hope you're good. Hope the family's good. Listen, we're here, man. But honestly, today, when I saw this news, I was like, man, listen, this is the way to go, Man United. This is the way to go. Because at one point, our owner, partial owner, he said, listen, man, we're not going to sit here and go and splash the cash and try to bring in Kylian Mbappe. We're gonna find the next Kylian Mbappe, right? Right. We're gonna find that next big talent, and this kid could be him. This kid could be the next one. He could be the next Cristiano Ronaldo. He could be the next, you name it, man. He could be him. Now, of course, we don't want to pile on a lot of pressure on the kid, but oh my God, the kid is incredible, right? AKS 97. Good night, folks. The love is in the house. What's cooking? Listen, man. Good to see you, brother AKS. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Yeah. Once again, JJ Gabriel training with the big dogs, training with the likes of Mbumo and them. JJ Gabriel training with the likes of Benjamin Sheshko, the likes of Cunha, the likes of Ugarte, training with the big dogs, right? And I hope he smoked them. I hope, for a kid like him, from what I've seen from his comps and stuff, he's one of those kids, Zas. All right, this is not good. A second. To get the chance to train with the first team like that, it's no joke. All right. So again, it's gonna be one of those that is very interesting to see how how he progresses. But yeah, according to Nathan Salt, JJ Gabriel will not be able to make his Premier League debut this season due to current rules. He was still 14 years old when the 25-26 season initiated. So the earliest he could debut in the league would be during the 26-27 season, right? So we may not see him this soon in the league, but he's coming. He's coming, all right? So it's one of those. AKS, yeah, God bless Gabriel. For real, man. Fabrizio confirmed we are looking at Stiller. Yes, I saw that. Get him in. AKS is saved. And we're looking at Conor Gallagher as well. Yes. And Conor Gallagher is according to Ben Jacobs, he's definitely another one that is very doable because Conor Gallagher, we can get him for like, I think he said for like 30, 35 or something like that. Right, and Conor Gallagher, he may be open for the move because he wants to get that game time and make that flight to the U.S. for that World Cup. So listen, obviously we are looking at midfielder, one or two. I don't know if we're going to be able to bring one in January, but there is a possibility because I think Conor Gallagher could be that guy. Right, because he looks like out of all of them, I think he's the one that is more easier to achieve, according to Ben Jacobs, if I'm not mistaken, right? So yeah, we'll see. Tayo AG, what's going on, Tayo? Man U win versus Liverpool. Yes, we did. Yeah, I heard Connor was part of the six-man Man United shortlist. Yes, incredible. True Indian, what's going on, man? Hey, man. Hopefully we don't drop the momentum after the win against Liverpool. We usually have a good, decent finish in league when we have a run of 4 to 5 back-to-back wins. Listen, True Indian, you know those 4 to 5 back-to-back wins, they've been hard come by, man. Homie, his hair is like that, right? Because he decided to say, you know what? I'm not going to cut my hair until we get 5 back-to-back wins. So, they've been hard to come by. So I hope and pray that it all works out, which it will. But yeah, welcome to Indian. Good to see you, man. I guess a blessing to Indian. Yeah. Ciao. What's going on, man? Why are we going to another Chelsea reject? Listen, man. Premier League proven. All right, Premier League proven, and honestly, Conor Gallagher could work in that Amorim system in that midfield, right? And Conor Gallagher, England international, he has gone to Spain, so he can say a reject, but he doesn't have a bad injury record, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong. So I mean, he's still in that age bracket that we can work with, and he's achievable, right? He's not that expensive. So I'm gonna be okay with it, man, because right now, Conor Gallagher coming in to that midfield, he'll definitely do be an upgrade for that midfield. Honestly, he gives you the legs. He has the tenacity, right? But of course, he's one of. We need to get, if we bring him, we need definitely like a two more, like a Stilla or Balabes, Wharton, you name it. We need another one. He cannot be the one to say, okay, he's gonna get us to 21, right? True Indian. People, yeah, make sure you smash the like. People, smash that like button. Welcome, everybody. AKS, next summer, Kante will be free. Then we can assemble the former Chelsea midfield of Mount, Connor, and Kante. That is funny as hell. That is funny. But N'Golo Kante can still do it. Was it the Euros that he played? N'Golo Kante, man, he was still rocking that French midfield. I'm not going to say we're going to bring him now, but Kante is that guy. Like a true Amorim type of midfielder is someone with N'Golo Kante's energy and all that, right? Today I'm doing well, busy with work. Yeah, family house and pleasure. That's what's up. Loving this time evening. Get to lay down, relax, and chill with you. That's what's up, Tony. That's what's up. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. When is the next game, Tony? When are you playing next? Let us know. But yeah, Laurie Whitwell also dropped something that was pretty interesting. There's a reason. Apparently, Cunha and Casemiro, they were not really part of the plans for that Liverpool game. So Laurie Whitwell said that Cunha and Casemiro, Laurie Whitwell revealed that both players, Cunha and Casemiro, were originally not expected to start against Liverpool, but they impressed the manager by returning to training a day earlier than expected, despite traveling all the way back from Japan with Brazil. Basically, those guys, they're showing, you can see their dedication, right? Because these guys, after flying back from Japan, they were supposed to report back. I believe they had like another 2 days or something to rest and recover, right? They were like, nah. They were probably sitting at home. They're like, yeah, I could chill here, hang with the fam, flip some channels. But knowing what we have up against us in Liverpool and knowing my manager, yeah, let's go back to work, man. Let's go back to work. So that was big. That was big for them. And Casemiro, not Casemiro and Cunha coming back early. They really they really impressed Ruben, and Ruben was like, "This is the dedication that I want from my players, right? Forget about being tired. Come back and work hard. That's it." Tony saying 2 games Sunday. Outdoor game is at 1 p.m. and indoor at 8 p.m. Oh my God. 90 minutes each, right? That's crazy. That is crazy. Squeegee, what's going on, man? Hope you're well. Hey, relax. Make sure you do the usual. Stretch like mad, right? Yeah. Tony, I've already started the stretching. I know. Good evening, Squeegee. What's going on, Squeegee? Listen, Squeegee, I'm sure you've seen it. JJ Gabriel training with the first team. What do you think? Hmm? Because Arsenal, and the thing with JJ, we have to do what we did with him, like to try to give him a pathway to the first team, because there's a lot of teams circling around him trying to get him. Because right now, example, you can think of like Arsenal. Arsenal, they're looking at JJ. Arsenal can go to JJ and say, listen, JJ, you see Max Dowman over here? Yeah, another 15-year-old, 16-year-old, whatever. Yeah, he's starting. He's playing some games. So yeah, so basically, another team, for example, Real Madrid. You can see that the likes of Lamine Yamal and all these guys, young guys, getting a pathway to start. So we have to find a way to show this kid, him and his entourage around him, that we mean business. We think he can make it in this team, and trying to bring him on board, man. Let's find a way to get him. Get a couple of no game times. It's not going to be anytime soon, but if he gets a few games here and there this season, will be nice. But I don't know if he's going to make it, because I think Nathan Salt said that the earliest it will be for the 26-27 season, right? Because I think there were some rules that would prevent him from playing. So yeah, 90 minutes for outdoor and 1 hour for indoor, but hopefully we have subs this week. That is crazy. Tony, you got to make some calls, man. Say, hey, listen, man, anyone wants to come and play? One of these weekends, Tony, I need to drive down there, man, and say, listen, I can play in goal, right? I'm no good playing out on the out in the field. In goal, I got you. Chao, Arsenal, Real Madrid, and other clubs all looking to JJ. Exactly, all those guys. Even Real Madrid. Real Madrid, they got Endrick. Of course, Endrick is not playing, but he's part of the first team. So there's a lot of teams that can show JJ, like, yo, you can come over here, man. You don't have to wait. So definitely, it's one of those kids that we have to find a way to make sure he stays, right? To make sure he stays, because if he leaves, then it's going to be another one that we let pass through our fingers and stuff, which is not a good look for United, right? We need to groom him and turn him into another Rashford or someone like one of them who come from that age, going all the way to the first team, right? So it's gonna be interesting. I like the kid's attitude. I think he's the leading goal scorer for under 18s, right? So I'm just curious if there was a video of him playing with the first team, because they did have like 11v11. I wonder how he did. I wonder if did he cook some of these senior boys. Yeah. Squeegee said we have the best record for bringing youth to the first team. True. Just don't overhype it. Playing under 18 football to the Premier League is a huge step. Oh yeah, 100%. 100% it's definitely a huge it's a huge step up, and he just needs to be patient, right? He needs to be patient, but also the problem is being patient is one thing, but to hear all these other teams looking at you, yeah, that can be tempting, right? That can be tempting. So we'll see. We'll see how they do it. The only thing is, the good thing about Man United is, as you said, Squeegee, we have a good track record of bringing some of these youth to the first team. So that is good. Per Ben Jacobs, signing a more experienced striker is an option for Manchester United in January or the summer. Harry Kane and Ivan Toney are potential names, and it is said that United left the number 9 shirt free in the summer for a reason. People, we're getting another striker, man. We're getting another striker. All right. Ben Jacobs was on the United Stand interview, right? He mentioned that. So the number 9 is open for a reason, right? And he name dropped Harry Kane, Ivan Toney. And he did say something like, for example, like right now, I don't know what Vincent Company is cooking at Bayern. They've won all their games, right? They've won all their games. It is ridiculous. So if it goes like this, for example, they go ahead and win. Of course, they're going to win the German title. It looks like, right? If they go and win the Champions League, Kane does not have any reason to stay at Bayern Munich anymore, right? And he may say, you know what? Yeah, I've done it all over here, right? I've won my silverware. I can get the move. So let's keep an eye on that, man. I know AKS is saying for Rasmus to come back and claim. Oh no, man, no. Rasmus, I wish him all the best. I don't want him back, man. I don't want him back because he's gonna come back here and then not be able to perform now. But AKS is saying Tony, Mbumo, Cunha, Ahmad. Yeah, that is something that it can get folks excited because Ivan Toney, I get another one who is Premier League proven. He can do the job big time, right? And former teammates as well. Yeah, with Mbumo. They did play together, right? They played together, Ivan Toney and Mbumo. I think they did. It's going to be interesting. True Indian said, I had guests in my house during the United Liverpool game. I was watching the game on my phone. I screamed so loud after Maguire scored. They were like, what the? Listen, I know the feeling, man. Sometimes it just comes out. Like it's natural, it's normal. Listen, I'm telling you, some of my neighbors sometimes, I'm sure they're like, what is going on in Luther's house, man? And it always happens, like on when there's some kind of game going on, right? So it's interesting, it's interesting. AKS is a heck. I wouldn't mind Mitrovic, but he's kind of old. Yeah, man, Mitrovic. We looked at him, but Mitrovic has that. He had said some stuff, and we kind of pulled the plug from him. I forgot exactly what he had said. He had made some controversial statements or something like that. And then when we were linked with him, a lot of Man United fans, we were like in uproar kind of thing. And the word in the street, United say, okay, they pulled the plug on him. But yeah, Mitrovic is another one, man. If you need that player who can do some shithousery, yeah, Mitrovic could do that. But yeah, he's old right now. According to Squeegee, he's shite, right? But he's one of those that he's been around for a while. He's in Saudi, right? I think he's in Saudi still. So yeah, but Ivan Toney, man, Ivan Toney fits the bill, the age, but of course his salary. He's not going to get anywhere close to what he's getting in Saudi, of course. All right, so yeah, Mitrovic is kind of finished. Yeah, to be honest, yeah, I agree. But I think to AKS, we're talking the profile of a striker that you would want in this club around this as a nine coming in, someone to mentor Sheshko, that kind of thing, that profile. I think that's what AKS was referring to. I don't want Tony either. Ivan Tony. Yeah. Who would you rather get, man? Who would you rather get to come in as a striker? Because according to Ben Jacobs, the number nine was left for a reason. So we are going to get someone. I think they're also going to do that. I think he also mentioned that Ruben Amrim does not view Joshua Zirkzee as a like a 9 or 9.5, whatever, because in that Liverpool game, he knew he was not going to start Sheshko, right? Then Xerxes could have played that role very well instead of using the likes of Cunha, like the drop deep, collect the ball, link up, and all this stuff. Xerxes could have done that, but he went with Cunha. And so it means now the way it looks like he doesn't really view Xerxes like that. So it could be what we're going to see here. It could be like Xerxes, obviously, it looks like he could be leaving. He wants game time. He wants to make the flight to the World Cup, of course. So he may be leaving in Jan. So, it would open the door for another striker. All right. So we shall see. We shall see who's out there, man. We shall see who's out there. But even the Kane, I like the Kane idea, but he's kind of past it. But this guy is still not past it, meaning that he can still find the back of the net, right? If you sign the likes of Harry Kane, you give him, what kind of contract do you give him? 2 years, that kind of thing. He can still perform well at his age. But again, coming back to the Premier League is no joke, man. I know he has played in the Premier League before, but I think in Germany he's working with all that talent around him in that Bayern team. He's scoring goals for fun, man. Yeah, Anita, what up? Hope you're well, Anita. Welcome back to Osimhen for me. Come on, let's make it happen. I know. Listen, man, Osimhen. Yeah. That's another one. He's out there killing it. Osimhen is killing it, man. Also, of course, we already talked about. Hey, listen, Anita, we're talking about your boy JJ Gabriel training with the first team. Which is very exciting to see. We're trying to show him the pathway to the first team. So yeah, man, that was very interesting to see. A lot going on, man. Of course, Ben Jacob was saying that. Of course, there's a chance that we sign a striker. All right. So it's one of those. Mr. Barca, what's up? Yeah, man. Anita. Yes. JJ trained with the first team, man. And he even took part in 11v11 with the first teamers. I bet he was schooling the likes of Casemiro and them. But it doesn't mean that you're gonna see him on the bench on Saturday or stuff. Nah, it's gonna take a while. All right, it's gonna take a while. Mr. Barca, what's going on, man? How are you? Hope you're well. Welcome. Also, Ben Jacob was saying that the most. Let's see. Oh yeah, what else did he say? He said something. Okay, the Harry Kane thing. He also said that if Manchester United do decide to sign an additional wingback, it will be similar profile to the likes of Fulham Antoine Robinson, who the club looked at during the summer. Right, that is the type of profile that we'll be looking at for another fullback, wingback. Right. So interesting. Luther, the El Clasico time, because you asked yesterday is 10:15. Okay. All right, Mr. Barca. All right. It's gonna be a good one. El Clasico is gonna be a good one. All right, we gotta watch it. We gotta watch it, man. It's gonna be a good one. I'm doing good. Just tired. I had 5 practices week now, two of those in the same day. Hey, hard work pays off, man. That's what's up. Keep it up. All right. Also, what did Ben Jacobs said? Ben Jacob also said that the most gettable deal in the midfield for Manchester United in January will be Conor Gallagher from Athletic Madrid. He has a stronger chance of departing mid-season. All right, Gallagher is a likely deal if Atletico open the door to a loan formula. However, if United do sign him permanently, he will cost 35 million. 35 million quid. That is not bad for Conor Gallagher. All right. So he's one that is gettable. You know? Oscar Sanchez. What's going on, man? I have to show up at least for a minute. Yo, Oscar, you're the man. Thank you for showing up, man. People smash the like, hit the subscribe. Let's go. But yo, listen, Anita, if I was to choose Gallagher or Stiller, I'm gonna go with Stiller, man. I'm gonna go with Stiller. But according to Jacobs, one that is gettable, because we did look at Conor Gallagher before the window closed, right? We reached out, we tried to get him. So in that midfield, he's gonna be able to help us big time. Because if we don't bring anybody in January, then we're saying that we're gonna go until the summer with Casemiro, Ugarte, Menu, right? Because from what he said, I think in this interview that Menu ain't going nowhere, man. They're not gonna let Menu leave. So, and also here's another thing: Ruben Amorim, he factors Bruno as part of that midfield as well. So that's how he views the whole midfield picture, right? To be able to carry us through the whole season with that midfield, I don't think so. He needs to bring in someone. If we have any chance of making any European football, we gotta get a midfielder. So Conor Gallagher is gettable. All right, Cassette with regard to is like mid-table level midfield. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, right. Especially we have aspirations of getting some European football. Yeah, we gotta get someone in, and we've already seen the way he doesn't rate Manu like that. So he has to bring someone in. True Indian is saying Garnacho said Chelsea, or I don't play next 6 months, and now he's sitting bench by Chelsea. I know, man. I saw that. I was like, wow. Be careful what you wish for, kid. You're sitting here with, now it's either Chelsea or I sit here and don't do nothing. Sit on the bench. Well, Moresca says, you're not good enough, mate. But I'll go again. Maresca has a huge, huge team. So rotation, yeah, he rotated quite a bit in that game, the last game they won. So, maybe Garnacho will get a chance, but honestly, it's kind of good to see, in a way, Ruben Amorim, if you think about it, kind of feels like he vindicated a little bit to say, hey, I got rid of this kid because I knew he was not going to work for me. And look, now he's not even making the team over there at Chelsea, right? So it kind of shows like, hey, Ruben, he's making that tough call to get rid of the kid was the right call, right? But yeah, people, there is a link for the Discord. It's right there. Tony the Great just dropped it. If you're not in the Discord yet, hit that link, man. Thank you so much. Rich, what's up, man? Hope you're good, Rich. It's been a minute. Stiller would be nice, but we can't get Gallagher in January, and that will be a boost during the FA Cup matches. Yes, that's what I'm saying, right? And Conor Gallagher, he's still in that profile, age-wise, Premier League proven and all that. Yes, another Chelsea reject, according to Chow. But, he can do a job. Just do your job, right? Conor Gallagher, and again, he'll be motivated because he wants to make that England national team, right? So he may do good for us because I think I also saw somewhere that Brighton, they are not going to let Balabs leave in January, right? So that door for Balabs right now, it looks like it's not open, maybe until summer. And talking about Balaba, man, Brighton is coming up next. Do we think, is it going to be a Balaba masterclass? Or is it going to be one of those like uh, we're going to see, well, we dodged the bullet with this one, right? Because you know, Balabs will be coming in at Old Trafford, and I wouldn't be surprised if Man United faithful at the stadium, start singing his name or something like that, right? It will be crazy if he does a madness in that midfield, and then to prove a point, like, yo, there's a reason why you all wanted me. I'm here now. Let me show you what I can do. It could be one of those, man. And I hope not. Personally, I hope he has a terrible game. That way, our midfield can be all right. Garnacho got support by fans, by the coach. Now Brody is snaked us and got comment. Yep. Don't miss out Nuggets for. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Let me put it. Good looking out, child. Good looking out. Ozan. You know what, Ozan? Welcome, man. Played center back. Quick. Yo, that NBA gambling scandal. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is crazy. And apparently, it's a lot of folks. They got they were part of it, right? Now I need to look deeper into it because now it's dominating the airwaves. But it is insane that what goes on in underground. That some people not knowing. Some people are faking injuries. Apparently, betting on games and stuff like that. It's mad, right? It is crazy. But yeah, it's nuts. Stewie, Baleba is only 21 years old. He's upset that Brighton blocked his move to United. Yeah, Stewie, I know he's upset. So do you think he's going to do a madness on Saturday to prove a point? Because honestly, if you want to show off, you want to come to Old Trafford and do a madness, right? I hope he has a bad game though. I gotta go to tomorrow. I don't have school, but because my dad's taking me out on a drive to a nice training facility, practice since Friday. Only day off every week now. Okay, Mr. Barca, you know what? You are the man. Say what's up to your dad. All right. Hard work pays off, kid. Hard work pays off. So keep at it. Keep at it. We're proud of you. All right. That's what's up. See you next time, man. See you next time. Child, be honest. I would go for Stiller, and he costs half of the price. I don't think so, child. Me too. I'll go for Stiller, 100%. But I think Stiller, the price they slapped on him was 50. I think they slapped 50 mil. I think that's euros, right? 50 million euros. How much is that in sterling? 50 in euros. So it's about 45. It's about 43. It's about 43 million, right? So he's more expensive than Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher is going to cost us like 35. And Man United money situation, especially if we're going to pull this deal in Jan, we may have to go for the cheaper route, right? Again, he ticks a lot of boxes, with the whole Premier League proven. And honestly, that Premier League proven thing is showing it works, right? With Mbumo, Cunha, you can see these guys, they have faced all these defenders before. It's nothing new to them, right? Paqueta, gambling allegation. Yeah. I play for, okay, I saw that. Let's go through Indian Baleba. On goal incoming. Oh my God, that would be nice, right? Through Indian, that would be nice. Hopefully, Baleba scores two own goals in the first half, right? That would be funny. That would be funny. Anita, we're not letting Brighton win against us like last season. No, it ain't gonna happen, man. I have a feeling, man. I have a feeling that we are turning a corner, right? I have a feeling we're turning a corner, and the vibe in the stadium and watching these players interviews and training and stuff, it looks like something is happening, you know, inside the team, like something is happening. They're believing again, right? Yeah, they're believing again. So yeah, so it's one of those child 42 million pounds. Yeah. Yeah, 42. Corner Gallagher is 35. They may go for him. Rosie, what's up? How are you? Good to see you. Yo, tell your brother what's up. I appreciate him encouraging you to come in and say hi. Make sure you smash a like. Good to see you, Rosie. It's been a while. Yes, yes, yes. Sure as, sure as. Um, I mean, go for Steeler instead of Balabs. The thing is, they've already, according to Ben Jacobs, they've already done the groundwork for Balabs. Man United, they did that last summer, try to get ahead of the game, and because they anticipate there's going to be a huge competition this coming summer, so they started the groundwork, and they like profile of Baleba, age, physicality, and all this stuff. He fits well in our team, right? So it's one of those, but yeah, why should we choose, man? We should get Stiller and Balabs, all right? Because let's think about it this way: we may be losing Casemiro, maybe Bruno, right? Yeah. So if we're losing those two guys, we need to bring in two, right? So maybe one of them could be Gallagher, and then someone else. But we definitely need to bring in like two in that midfield. Let's say Tony, 5 games in a row. Let's go, man! 5 games in a row. Can you imagine, dude? We win 5 games in a row. We're gonna start believing in European football again. The guy cuts his hair. Yep, yep, yep. I think in 3 more games he cuts his hair, man. In the case of the Prem Proven, I'll take for a swap between Ugarte and Tenali. Oh my God, Tenali, incredible, incredible. Tenali is a baller, man. Rosie is saying two more. Alex Wang, what up? How are you, Alex? Hope you're well, man. Hope you're well. Anita, ever since we got Lamens, our team has been off the charts. That's what I'm saying. Rio had said something that having a competent goalkeeper, it like the whole, especially for defenders, having a competent goalkeeper, knowing that in case, for example, the defenders mess up, the goalkeeper can rescue you. That having that trust is huge, and that trust can reverberate into the whole team because they know, okay, when need be, this guy is going to be calm enough. He's going to make the right decisions to help us out and save the team. So far, listen, Lamens, he played very well because in that Liverpool game, he went in basically Liverpool at Anfield. That's the Lions' den. He was able to perform in that level. So it means, he's trusting himself. The team is trusting him. You can see there the understanding they have with the defenders and stuff like that. So he looks a good find for us, big time. Did you see the Three Musketeers trying to buy the team? Oh yeah, who are the Three Musketeers? I didn't see that one. Stewie, we were too far down the street from the corner. We have a long way to go before we are closer to the corner. We need to put together a few more wins before we start talking about turning the corner. Oh, I like that. I like that, Sui. That's nice. That's nice. That's very true. That's what I'm saying. These three games coming up, we got Brighton, we got Nottingham Forest, who won today. Big up to Sean Dyche, even though there were penalty goals. And then we got Tottenham, right? Brighton, to me or to most of us, is the biggest challenge, really, because Brighton look like they're a bogey team, right? They've had our number. So we beat Brighton convincingly. Nottingham Forest, yeah, they can have the new manager bounce, whatever, whatever. We can deal with them. All right. And then Tottenham, they're not really looking that good. So we go to international break after putting together that kind of run and we get wins. Yeah, folks will start believing again, man. Alex, go get who's Lawa? Lewandowski. Lewandowski. Now, man, listen. I said it yesterday. Folks don't want Lewandowski, man. I know there were some reports. Apparently, Ruben likes Robert Lewandowski. Right? If there's a chance of signing him, he wouldn't mind him, right? But again, he's kind of past it from what folks are saying. Baleba and Steeler are too similar in the profile. Okay. I haven't really watched Steeler like that. So you're saying Balebs and Steeler cannot play together? In my dream world, we sell Bruno for 100. Yeah, I like that dream. And get Elliot Anderson. Oh, yeah. Baleba. Uh-huh. Adam Morton. Amen. Yes. Oh, yo. Those three, you bring him to Man United. Our midfield is sorted for years to come. Right? For years to come. Lewandowski, Rosie, and Lewa is good where he is. He can stay with us. Yeah, but the thing is, I think you guys, you're gonna try to extend his contract, Lewandowski. But if it fails, then he's a free agent. He could go anywhere, right? Yeah, he's definitely an amazing backup for a striker. But right now, I think Barca, you were trying to sign another striker, right? But I saw somewhere that an issue could happen where Barcelona, apparently there's a huge balance or debt they owe as far as transfer fees. So that could be an issue for them to bring in another striker. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but yeah. Tonali just signed a new contract at Newcastle. Yeah. There's no way Tonali leaves Newcastle, man. Yeah, he's good over there, man. First of all, Newcastle stayed, kept him when he was going through that tough time with the ban that he had. So he's very loyal to that team. He's not gonna leave for sure. Rosie, last year he scored over 40 goals. Oh yeah, man. Lewandowski knows the back of the net, 100%. He knows. Let's go. 40 goals, Alex. Hell, get Kane. Of course. Kane is the man. I mean, it was not necessarily a Lions then. It was more like a kitty team. I know, right? Oh, man. But he performed, though. He performed. That's what's up. We signed Rashford 10 GA in 12 games. Of course, Rosie, please tell everybody that you guys need to make sure that you get Rashford in ASAP. All right. We lost a trophy to Tottenham. We did. We lost a trophy to Tottenham under Big Ange. I was not looking forward to face Big Ange again with Nottingham Forest. So I'm glad we're not going to face him because Big Ange looks like he has our number as well. So, yeah. Ed Rizzo, what's up? Hope you're good, Stewie. Lewandowski is 37-year-old. Why would you want him? His bench, Ferran Torres. Uh, yeah, he's too old, 37, man. And Ineos, they're not gonna do that again, right? They did not like the idea of us signing Casemiro, right, and paying him crazy money. So they're not gonna make that mistake again and bring in a 37-year-old. That yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. You can be hella old and hella good. I like that, Alex. You can be hella old, but you can be hella good, right? Of course, you're not gonna come if you bring in Lewandowski. Um, you're not going to play every game, right? It's going to be one of those, as a backup for Sheshko here and there, you know. But yeah, no, it's not going to happen with Lewandowski. Ruben likes his kids too, but we don't see him starting them every game other than Mason. Yeah, I think when we start having those FA Cup games, we may see some kids, right? We may see some kids, but I think now Ruben Amorim is in this mode of we just need results. That's why in the game coming up, you guys drop your predicted lineup. We'll do that tomorrow, but today we can talk about it. I'm thinking he's not going to change that team from Liverpool much. Yeah, he may bring in Sheshko, right, from Mason Mount. And yeah, I think that's about it, really, because I see him starting Dalot. I see him Casemiro, Bruno in that midfield. I see Ahmad starting in the back three. Dude, Maguire, the hero. He's not dropping him. Delict never is not gonna be dropped. Luke Shaw, he has to play, right? So the front two, I mean the two tens, Cunha, Mbumo, they have to play. So the only change you could do because we're at home is going to be Sheshko, right? So right now he's in this thing like, listen, I need to trust these guys to give me a result. So we're still not going to see kids like for the future, like Lenny Yoro. Ideally, Lenny Yoro should be starting this game at home, right? But I don't think we're going to see him starting, right? I don't think we're going to see Dorgu starting. He may come in a second half or something. But it's one of those we're not going to see a lot of these kids until later time when we have more games. That's what I'm thinking. Let's go. Ruben, like, yeah. Rosie, did you guys see the Inter Miami deal with Messi? Yeah, I saw that, man. Messi signed a three new contract. Yeah, big up to Messi, man. He's still going strong, right? Isn't Messi part owner of Inter Miami? I think he's part owner, if I'm not mistaken, right? But yeah, big up to him. Um, let's go to the games. Why are people clamoring for old strikers? I think the whole old striker thing, it, they can still do a job, but it's again it's a temporary fix because obviously Sheshko is the future, right? So it's one of those like it's interesting because again the likes of Kane, they're still available. I mean, and Kane wants to come back, so it looks like that's a possibility. Of course, Ben Jacobs didn't say anything about Lewandowski, I don't think, but he did mention Harry Kane. So I think Harry Kane is more of a possibility than Lewandowski. But for me, if Kane comes in, Kane starts all the games, right? Unless there's an injury here and there kind of thing. I like the way Vincent Company, he's using, what's his name, Jackson, right? Once they're up certain number of goals, yeah, he'll take Kane off and then bring in Jackson, kind of deal. Pew 833, what up? How are you? Hope you're good, man. Hope you're good. Bring up JJ Gabes. I know, man. The kid trained with the first team today, man. Happy days. Why would we need to recycle old strikers? Sheshko is fine, and we can develop Cheeto. Yeah, definitely. Ben Jacobs, I think he said that Cheeto is definitely still part of the future. I think Cheeto should have gone on loan, in my opinion. Um, should have gone on loan to get that match needed game time. But obviously, I think they kept him behind because, in case of injuries or whatever, and Cheeto has already played some Premier League games, so he has some Premier League experience. He may be uh, maybe brought back in. Alex Cantona, Beckham, and and Cole. Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe I saw something that they were consulted as ambassadors. What are your model of Mike? It's sure. It's sure. It's sure something. Whatever. I need to look it up. I can't see it. I see the box here, but I can't read it. But it's sure. I hope it's clear, man. I hope it's clear. Messi is part owner, and I remember everyone thought he was gonna retire after World Cup 22. Yeah, Messi, Cristiano, different breed, right? That's what happens when you eat well, you train well, you have longevity, right? It's crazy. When you think about it, like you see Cristiano and then you see Wayne Rooney, you're like, yo, similar age, right? Cristiano is still cooking out here, but Wayne Rooney put on a little bit of LBs. But yeah, Messi part owner. Okay, Stewie, no, Messi is not part of. Is not part owner. Okay, I thought he was. Messi. Okay, isn't Messi okay? Mid 30s to late 30s. Yeah, man, Messi's up there in the age, dude. Um, oh, he already has a deal to become part owner of after retirement. Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. Messi is not part of owner. MLS doesn't allow for players to be owner player. Okay. Messi has the same deal as Beckham. He will get MLS team when he retires. Okay. Nikhil, what up? How are you? 8:15 my time, Rosie. Okay. Listen, man. Listen, the El Clasico, it will be a good one. Either way, he basically already does. Okay. Okay, so Rooney is eating while Cristiano is cooking. Yeah, yep, yep, yep. Nice one. All right, good night. Yo, Rosie, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you stopping by. Definitely. Don't be a stranger. Swing by anytime. All right. People, smash a like. Rooney is a year and a half younger than Cristiano. You see that? That's crazy. Crazy, right? Ben Jacobs was saying that Angelo Stiller to Manchester United looks unlikely in January. However, it is one to keep an eye on in the summer. Ben Jacobs also said Elliot Anderson is also on the radar for Manchester United. Again, this would be unlikely to take place in January and nothing is advanced. All right. Also, he said Brighton have completely ruled out a January exit for Carlos Baleba. Baleba and Adam Wharton may be interested in Manchester United, but both ideally want to play Champions League football. All right. Let's go. Rosie. Last thing, even if either Real Madrid or Barca win, Luther wins for Rashford. I know, dude. That's what I'm saying, Rosie. For me, yeah, I want Rashford to cook. All right, I want him to cook in that game to continue his and his madness that he's doing right now because I think he has 10 goals and assists, like 10 GA or something. So he's doing great, right? He's doing great. What else did he say? He said if Casemiro was to extend his contract at Manchester United, it will be like Harry Maguire, where it would have to be on a reduced terms. Maguire hasn't received a contract offer yet, but initial talks are underway and the player wants clarity on his situation. Harry Maguire wants clarity, you know? For some reason, I see Harry Maguire staying, people. I see Harry Maguire staying. Especially after all these heroics that he's been doing, I think Harry Maguire is staying. And I don't think it's the worst situation ever. Reduced salary, Give him a light 2 years. Good character to have in the dressing room. Yeah, definitely good character to show some of these kids like, yo, you can be beat up, right? You can be all the way at the bottom, but you can always find ways to get back to the top and dominate, right? So he has that to preach, not necessarily winning titles and stuff like that, but that to have that fight in you, right? Personal battles to deal with all this criticism that you face. Because honestly, when it comes to people who have faced the lot, Harry Maguire has faced the lot. I mean, without him, he would have beat Liverpool. Yeah. AKS Maguire Camp has stated he has no problem taking a pay cut. Yeah, no problem. So it's one of those, and he understands that if I stay, I'm gonna be, pretty much not necessarily a starter, right? And I think I was watching. Was that? I think I was watching Goldbridge, if I'm not mistaken. He had mentioned something that there was when we got Ruben, like some Portuguese reporter had given sent him like this, like a report about how Ruben Amorim operate at Sporting, saying something like Ruben Amorim, don't be surprised if you see Ruben Amorim keeping some player or players that you would even think he should still be here with the club, because usually if he sees something specific about that player that can help the team grow, he may decide to keep that player, right? So long as they're performing, he may want to keep him. So it could be one of those situations with Maguire, of course, with the, if you look at his past, he could be that character to have in that dressing room to show others how, to persevere and stuff and fight. Uh, okay, it's such an unfortunate news. There's no need to renew Casemiro contract. I'm not sure about Harry Maguire staying. Let's wait until the summer before jumping to. Hey, listen, Stewie. What I'm saying is right now, we're only pulling what Ben Jacob was saying, right? They're talking about it, and you can imagine right now, Maguire's camp. They're look after that Liverpool game. The first thing in the morning, they were knocking on that door. Hey, people, let's talk about the contract, because right now Maguire's stock is very high at Manchester United. So it's one of those. Casemiro, yeah, Casemiro, I'll let him go. Casemiro, I think he's past it. Honestly, let him go for sure. Ciao, Garnacho will be sold in the next 2 years. He ain't got enough for the Premier League. Yep. And Chow, they will sell him, and then they'll basically, I think that was Chelsea's idea, to get him and then to flip him. And I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, listen, what if they sell him to Arsenal? I don't think they will, but that would be funny as hell. That would be funny as heck. Alex, I mean, you can score goals when you are old. To age is only a number. Yeah. Only drawback of being old is not being able to recoup after injury. Yeah. That's very true. Harry Maguire was criticized when he wasn't performing well. Now he is performing well, getting praise for his performance. Yeah. Elaina Sullivan, what up? How are you? People rightfully criticized Maguire when he was underperforming. Yeah, but some of the abuse that was thrown his way was terrible, right? Personal attacks to him and stuff like that. It wasn't the right thing to do, right? You can criticize his football, that he's slow, whatever, but those personal attacks, that's what it's not right. We appreciate Maguire for what he has done for us, and schooling players how to respond and coaching points. Wonderful lad, top mentality off the pitch. He should leave on a high. Yeah, and that could be the best way to exit too, AKS, right? You exit when your stock is up there, right? And obviously, right now, even if Maguire leaves, right, why take a pay cut? You can go somewhere else, right? Go to Saudi or whatever and make your money, man. You don't need to take a pay cut, Harry. You can go anywhere right now and and make that the money. So yeah, I think either way, I wouldn't be sad if he stays, or I wouldn't be, I'm gonna be whatever if he stays or goes. Yeah. Ideally, if he goes, then we get a replacement who can actually help us down the road 5 years from now. Maguire is not the future, so there's no point of keeping him. So if you were to get rid of him and bring in someone who profile that can help us get 21, that's what we want. Um, in actuality, I mean, doesn't Arsenal just buy all the rejects from other teams that Chelsea doesn't want and run them to the ground? That's the hey, listen, that's what they do, man. Saudi, yeah, Saudi, man, Saudis, they will gladly give Maguire 500K a week, right? He's good enough for other best leagues. Yeah, I don't know about La Liga. La Liga is slower, right? So if he can perform in the Premier League, dude, imagine the way he's doing it here now in this Manchester United side in the Premier League. Imagine if he goes out there, La Liga or Italy, you know, dude, he's gonna be king, because imagine him, because most of our players they do their thing. So he may go out there and take his game to another level completely. I like to see him in Italy too. Yes, man, me too. I think that'll be great. That'll be great. What else did Ben Jacob say? Ben Jacob was saying that the situation of Joshua Xerxes and Kobe Mainu will be slightly different in January. There is a realistic chance that Xerxes leaves as he wants to play for the World Cup, in the World Cup, whereas Mainu has been told that he has to stay regardless. So Mainu ain't leaving. All right. He was told, Mainu, forget about it, man. You may want to leave, you ain't leaving, brother. But I think Mainu may get some game time when these boys go to on AFCON. I doubt he still has the same greedy Maguire who would jump at a 500K. I believe he will choose to play more relevant football. Yeah, yeah. And if he leaves Man United, he may still feel like, listen, I can go to Italy and still do my thing. So yeah, I hear what you're saying. Maguire better take that tax-free 500K per week. It's good to be at 32. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or he can go to Italy, for example, play for 2 years, and he could still go to Saudi, and make his money. I'm thinking, yeah. Um, Ben Jacobs is saying West Ham have genuine interest in Xerxes and would be very interested in a loan deal with Manchester United in January. One to keep an eye on, right? Xerxes to West Ham. Because he said that West Ham are prioritizing signing a striker, so it could be that. Or Xerxes also has huge admirers in Italy as well. So interesting stuff. Maguire can be a legend in Italy if he joins the right team. Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, because people have seen what Maguire can do, right? They have seen what he can do. Let's go. According to Rich Fay, Ruben Amorim does not consider Xerxes as a pure number 9 and believes he lacks the strength to lead the Manchester United attack. I don't believe that, man. I think Xerxes can do it. Baltula, what up? Alex is saying, I mean, what's the point of stopping history from happening? If they get 21 rather than Arsenal winning, being further delusional, is saying that because they won UCL title, that's bigger than us. What's the point of stopping history? Yeah, I hear you. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff, people. Um, this was another interesting story. Mo Salah apparently has seemingly deleted all Liverpool-related mentions from his bio on both X and Instagram. What is going on with him? The forward was recently left out of the starting lineup for Liverpool's Champions League clash with Eintracht Frankfurt, and match the Reds won 5-1. Ooh, Mo Salah not happy. Maguire lacks mobility. He would be good for teams that defend in low block, like Athletic Madrid. That's a good shout. Athletic Madrid, and the way they play, yeah, that could be a good shout, dude. I'm telling you, Maguire would have a whole bunch of teams looking at him, man. Um, Uh, let's go. Matthias de Ligt. He said that he feels he has reached his best form since his standout 2018-2019 season with Ajax. He feels settled in Manchester. He feels the confidence of Ruben Amorim, and he has built a strong chemistry with his teammates. Manchester United are extremely happy with his consistency he's been showing and view him as one of the standout defenders in the Premier League. Oh my God, 100%. Matthias de Ligt has been the guy. He has been the guy for us this season, right? And I don't think there's any other center back in the league right now who is better than him at this point, I think. So big up to Matthias de Ligt. They just say that because Xerxes drops deeper and plays a pass rather than take shot at a ridiculous angle. Yeah, that's very Maguire likes to. Yeah, that's very true about the way he plays. So it's one of those interesting situations, man. In January, we're gonna see that things rolling on. Before you know it, I'm hoping that by once we hit in the next international break, I hope we're at the right. Apologies. What I'm saying is, Ben Jacob was saying if Man United is close that festive season, then Ruben Amorim is gonna be pretty much safe at his job. So we are going, but yeah, we're on. Yeah, I think we're still on. Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, people, I think my connection here is starting to quiet. I apologize for the connection. I am working on resolving it because this is ridiculous. The way from time to time I lose connectivity in this house, so I need to do that test. You know, you go to each and every corner of the house to figure out what is going on. So I'm working on that. Thank you so much, people. I apologize for the connection issues. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.